This video is sponsored by Cohen Financial. More on them later.
Let me ask you a question. How often would you water a tree that is blocking the view of a high-rise into your backyard? Welcome to the channel where I review and critique every single family home that comes on the market in Beverly Hills in about a 5-minute video. And in today's episode, we are reviewing 706 North Oakhurst Drive, Beverly Hills, California, which is listed for $11.85 million. Now, you know the drill by now. In the first 2 minutes, I critique the property on my 10 factors of quality. Right after that, I will share with you guys how I would have marketed this property differently. And then at the end of the video, I would share with you guys my favorite comp for valuation purposes. And you know who I am. My name is 𝐷𝐼𝐿. I'm a real estate agent by day based in Beverly Hills, and a critic and an analyst and a real estate enthusiast at nighttime. Now that we got that covered, let's get the show started. Location, Beverly Hills Flat 700 block, I give it a 9. Lot quality, over 13,000 square feet, fantastic dimensions, I'm gonna give it an 8. Lot orientation, east facing, not at the end of a cul-de-sac, very close, right behind Doheny, I have to give it a 5. Lot utilization, doesn't have a private driveway, but a horseshoe would do. Good frontage, very good backyard, side yards are relatively tight speaking, I'm gonna give it an 8. Privacy, giant building, a high-rise right behind the property on Doheny, but this giant tree behind the property comes out of nowhere and saves the day. But you're still very close to your neighbors, you can probably hear them. I'm gonna give it a 7. Now, if this giant tree dies, it will be a 2 or 3. Views, it's not a view property, I'm gonna give it a 0. Scale and architectural style, I love the architecture, classic, traditional, timeless, it doesn't age, but the problem is scale. The ceilings are relatively speaking low, very common for this style, and then the family room doesn't have that volume and the oomph you would expect. I'm gonna give it a 7. Layout, it doesn't have much of a wow factor when you walk in. It's traditional, but the indoor-outdoor flow is amazing. Once you walk in to the back end of the house, it's all amazing. Right amount of bedrooms in the right places, I'm gonna give it a 7. Finishes, it was recently remodeled, tastefully done, it goes with the architectural style, I'm gonna give it a 7. The X factor, look, it's very charming, very dreamy. I personally love these type of properties, but truth be told, it lacks many elements of the newly built houses, and for that reason, I just have to give it a 6. Now, before I give you the 𝐷𝐼𝐿 score, a word from our sponsor, Cohen Financial. Do you know why I use Mark Cohen for my own mortgages? No, it's not because he's the most successful. Yes, he's originated $10 billion worth of loan in the last 10 years, which is great. It's unheard of, but good for him. What I care for is the fact that he doesn't bullshit me. Over the first phone conversation when I call him, he tells me immediately the best available rate in the market for the product that I'm looking for. And when he doesn't have it, he makes an introduction to the bank that it does. I respect that. He always delivers on his promises. Here's his phone number. Give him a call. And also don't forget to thank him for supporting your favorite channel. All right, the 𝐷𝐼𝐿 score is a 64, and that's a D. Now you're thinking, 𝐷𝐼𝐿, how would have you marketed this property differently? Look, the photo quality, arrangement, number of the photos is fantastic. It's really, really good. If I was the listing agent, I would have tried to convince the sellers to make some changes before listing the property. This is an east-facing property with really high hedges and a tree that you must keep. And for those reasons, the property is not that lit. Having dark floors and dark walls in some of the rooms just makes the property look darker and not as lit. And for that reason, very minor changes could make this property much more appealing to the masses, and that's what I would have recommended to my sellers. Now you're thinking, 𝐷𝐼𝐿, so how much do you think this property is really worth? Look, I really like 507 North Maple Drive for valuation purposes, and I will tell you guys why. I know this is the different block, this is a 500 block, but the Maple property is also on a very busy street. So you have to start from here, and with the help of an expert, adjust the price so you don't overpay for your property. Now, it's never a bad idea to contact a listing agent. Here's the information, give them a call. And if you want to work with me and want my expertise, here's my information. Email me at arvin@arvinhedot.com. Now, if you like this house, you will probably also like this property. And I also have to share with you, the content of this video is purely my personal opinion. Real estate analysis is subjective in nature, and I don't guarantee the accuracy of information. In fact, you should go see the property yourself in person. You should review all the information available online. You should contact the city and form your own independent decisions. Now, tell me in the comments below if you agree or disagree with me and how I can make my videos better. I will love your feedback, and see you in the next video.